Good afternoon, students. So I hope you have watched this lab lecture 8 lab recorded video link here. So this is actually the lab. This is actually lecture 8 lab recorded video link. So I will give the glimpse. I will give the lecture 8. What does it contains here now? See, this is the lecture will help you to understand what a PyGame is and how to develop the game. What is that game is? Alien Invasion. Okay, so what are the objectives you will study in this lecture? These are the objectives that you will study from this lecture 8. Installing, starting, adding the images and movement of the objects. So you have already seen that how to install the PyGame. So installing commands are this one. Okay, how to install and get the PyGame version suitable for your Python which is installed in your computer, that you can follow these steps. Then you can create a PyGame window. Anybody did this one? Anybody executed this program? Has anybody executed this?
Yes, Mister. But
Is
Mister,
it
I
run?
don't finish it all.
It doesn't.
I do it, Mister, but I don't finish it all. It's work. Until now,
Uh,
it's work, يعني.
any other students? Any other students?
Mister, it's not one.
Pardon me. What did you say?
It is doesn't work.
Doesn't work means you have to check what is the error. Then you have to fix that error. Look here, this is the basic program which will help you. First line, two lines, you know, we are importing the Python libraries. This is a system library and this is a PyGame. So after you install, so here you install PyGame. So now we are importing that package. And this is a small definition, def run game. Okay, and here you have an init method which is in this PyGame library. So after that, you are setting the size of the screen window. The game when you start, what will be the size? So 12,000 by 800. So 12,000 is the length, 800 is the height of your screen. Or if you want to reduce it like 500 by 600, you can give here. Then display the caption. So when you start the game, at the top left hand corner here you see the text. So whatever you write here, that will be displayed to you at the left hand side here. That is called caption. Then here there is a loop starting. This is a indefinite loop while true. Okay. So here inside this you are getting the events. For there is a variable x in pygame.event.get. So if you are starting with keyboard, if you are starting with mouse, it will check for the events. If you are typing something like equal to quit, or you are closing the window here by taking your mouse, then your game ends. System.exit. This is the method which will take you out from the game. Okay, and this command pygame.display.flip method will display you the recently drawn screen visible. See, when you play the game, you will be 1 second, you will be in one position. At the second, you will be in some other position. So the screen will be updating automatically at every second. So which method will help you to give the latest screen is pygame.display.flip method. So this is the method defined, function defined run game, and here you are calling that method. Run game means it will call this function, it will initialize the parameters, it will call this set mode, then caption, then it will go for the loop and it will run until you press the quit or close the window. Okay, so this is the just this empty window that it will open. Empty window. Okay, that explanation is given to you here. See, you can change the pixels, width and height. Okay, width is maximum like this. Computer 1200 default, and this is a full window. Okay, so when you display the screen has to be updated at every moment. Okay, so the screen has to be redrawn, the surface has to be redrawn on every attempt, on every pass through the loop. So when you are moving from one place to another place means you see small video, how you will prepare video in your mobile. Suppose you take the pictures only, photographs. So when you combine the photograph, like you are walking, at 1 second you are at starting place. After 5 seconds you are in a different position at different place. So when I combine the first image and the second image, then I can continuous if you put it in the loop and run, I can see that or I can have a feel that you are walking continuously. This is what the movies will be produced or movies are recorded or produced in the movie maker or Windows Movie Maker or any other software. Similarly, if you are playing a game, you are moving the object from one place to another place. So I want to find where you are currently. Then this method, the flip method, will help you to redraw your screen. Okay, so every time you have to put means we have to keep that function inside the while loop. Here, this one. Inside the while, inside the for. So these indentations you have to follow this one. When you write the program, you have to follow these rules. You should not write from here. Okay, so this is the basic game window, empty window, how to display. Now to make your program react to the events, so you have the event loop, this one. If you remove this for loop, just a plain window will open. If you click the close button, that into button, cross button, it will not work until you capture the event, this one. If you capture this event, then only it will respond to your event, like you are clicking the close button of the window or you are typing on the console quit command, something like this. That is called responding to your input events. So you have this method, pygame.event.get method. So this method will listen to your events. What are the events you are performing, either through keyboard or either through the mouse. So if you click the close button, quit event is called. Okay. So for that, this is the command system.exit to exit the game. So flip method will tell you to draw or make the screen visible. What is the current screen? Okay, the old screen will be erased and the new screen will be displayed with the help of this flip method, which is in this PyGame library. Okay, the last line, as I told you, run game you are calling. So it will initialize the parameters and it will go into the while loop. Sorry, before that it will display the screen size caption of the window. Then in the while loop, it will continuously run until you press the close button in your window. Okay. So now if you want to change the background color of your PyGame window, so here you have this one. You have to pass these RGB values, red, green, blue combination values. So background color 230, 230, 230. Okay, if you pass that, then the color of the background will change. And inside the while loop, see, redraw the screen during each pass. If you don't redraw here, the screen color will be only for the first time. When you make the cursor move, when the cursor move on, the color will be changed. So if you want to redraw the screen, the same color, this color has to be appeared for your entire movement on the complete screen. You have to use this command, fill command. So here you have declared the variable, and here fill command, fill method. Inside that you are passing this value 230, 230, 230. You can also pass here directly the numbers, but better to have the clean programming way of declaring the variables, assign the values, then you can pass that as an parameter inside the function. So clip method again you have to copy to make your program visible. Okay, so this is the explanation for opening a window, setting the background color. Now there is a separate class created. So here this is the hard-coded value. Suppose I want to change means I have to change in the function these values and also the size values of the width of the window. Instead of changing here, what I will do is I will create a new class. The name of the class is settings. So in that the init method is called, and this is the self dot. This is a variable name width. You can take any variable name x, y, z. Screen width is this much, height is this much, bg color value, background color value this. So if you have this, you can apply this class or these parameters to any classes. In the web development, you use cascading style sheet. No? Why you use cascading style sheet? Why do you use cascading style sheet CSS? Why do you use cascading style sheet in your web development?
Mister, to apply the style for every class that uses that style of cascading.
To apply, but if you have it as a single CSS file, you cannot, you can reuse the same file by including the just name of the file in every page. You don't need to reuse or repeat the same code. So this place, you are setting the parameters and you will use it in any other class. This is the class called settings, settings.py, Python file. So here, when you create, imagine this is another class. In that, I am importing the module. Import from settings module this class settings. This is imported. So now you just initialize the PyGame and create an instance variables for settings, and here you are setting the mode. Inside this mode you are passing the width. It will be 1200, it will be 800. This is the dynamic way of passing. Initial first one hard coded this one. So if you are doing a project, so you should not use like this separate file you have to put. In that, set the parameters like this. Then you can import this class into your program like this. Then you can pass the you can use the variables of that class, settings class. Similarly, for the background color, screen.fill, I am getting it from settings. Then flip method is compulsory. Okay, so this is to use the settings class in your program. So you have one class A, class B. So inside the class B, you are using class A. How? Using this. Okay. Now there is another class called ship. You have seen the game in the video. So ship is displayed in the center of the window. So for that, you are creating a class. Name of the class is ship. So this will control the behavior of the ship, like moving left side, moving right side, all those things, and what position you have to load the picture. Everything is explained or defined in this class ship. Okay, so this method will have the self variable and the screen variable. So this one, you are initializing this screen variable as a self.screen variable. Now how to add the image to your window? So this method image.load function will accept the parameter your file path. So in your directory, where is the ship.jpg or something? So that path I have to give here. Okay. Then this image will be displayed in the shape of a rectangle using this method image.getRect. When you add the image will be displayed to you in the shape of a rectangle. So that you are storing it in one variable here, right? Okay, and what it is at what position the picture we are displaying, coordinates will be there in the screen, like 0 comma 5 or 0 comma 10 means 0th row 10th column, 0 comma 10 means. So this will give you the exact values of the ship where it is currently displayed. Screen dot get rect. Okay, now what is the x-axis, what is the uh, coordinate for the x-axis? You can get it with this one, screen.rect.centerx. So start the new ship at the bottom center of the screen. So whenever you run the game, you can see always the ship is coming at the center. So get the rectangle position, the current coordinates, and assign it to center. And also always at the bottom. So using this method, screenrect.bottom. So there is another method called blit me. So this method will draw the ship in the current location by taking the image and what is the shape. See, actually, when you start the PyGame, it will be 0 comma 0. That is, your ship will be here. So when you move to the right side, the values will increase. Okay. So this is 0 comma 0, and this end right hand side is 1200 comma 800. Understand? The coordinates I am telling, if you are displaying the image here, the values will be 0 comma 0. If you are taking the ship to this position or displaying it in this position, the image will appear here, means the coordinates are 1200 comma 800. Now draw the ship to the screen. So in the first program, you have to import this class. From ship, import this ship method. Then that ship, you are going to add it to the screen using this split me method. So the remaining things is same. You are filling the background color, you are setting the size, and you are displaying that window. Only thing now extra is you are adding the ship to that window. Before there was no ship, there was an empty window in this program. So now you can have the broader look. So whatever program you have written, if you are doing an assignment now, project, so you have to create the separate classes like this and use or import those classes into your required files. So what now you will do is, see, creating a new module called game functions, which will have, which will save the number of functions that will make the alien invasion work, how to function that game that you are writing in this class, game functions. So game functions is a module which will prevent the alien invasion. Like if the aliens are coming, means you have to kill, you have to fire the bullets. So where you define all these things is in this class game functions. So when you are going to write everything in the same file, this one, in this file, it will become very lengthy. So in order to enhance the readability of your program, you are creating separate modules. In that modules, you are defining the functions. Okay. So now see this method, check events. So check events is the method which will check whether you have pressed the quit button or whether you have uh, closed with your mouse the window. So I only call this method check events. So the code is in the separate class. So like this, you can create a separate class called game functions. You all know this one in the sixth lecture. What you have done this one. This is an alias. Instead of calling game functions, we are assigning a short name GF. So GF dot check events. So check events. This is the code present in your game functions file. So what you have studied now, the same you are going to use here in the sixth lecture, inheritance, how to import your modules, how to call the functions, those things you are experiencing, you are going to execute it now. Okay, then see here update screen. Let's move the code for updating the screen to separate the function called upgrade screen in the game functions.py. So when you take the game functions file.py, there you are going to define the code for updating the screen. That means every time you move the ship from one position to another position, so you have to redraw the screen. So how you will redraw the screen? Using this blip me and flip methods. So these two methods will help you to see or make the ship visible where it is at the current position. So this is in a separate file. So you can now import that game functions and just call gf.checkEvents, gf.updateScreen. Okay, this is the updating screen function inside this class game function. So totally we have seen now settings.py, one class, alien invasion.py, second class, game functions.py, third class. Okay, so separate classes we are creating and moving the code to that classes. And now to respond to the events, if I press the right arrow key in my keyboard or if I press left arrow key in my keyboard, the ship has to move left side. If I press left arrow, the ship has to move right if I press right arrow. So that is called responding to a key press. So how you can do in this while loop when you are checking the events, in that events you can define the rules like this. If you are pressing the close button, quit. Else check for key down, check for key right, check for key left. So based on that, you increment the position of the ship. So where at which position you are at the center. This is x coordinate. So from the center, one position right, it will move. But that is the code responsible for moving to the ship at the right position. So moving the right, moving the left, this is the code responsible. So this is nothing but you're responding to a key press. Whether you are pressing the up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow, this is the core which will be responsible for the movement of the ship. See, when the key down event is detected, that means when you press the uh, down arrow key inside in the laptop or in your computer, so down arrow key if you press, it has to come down. If you press the right arrow key, it has to go to the right position, increase the value. So like that, you can respond to the keyboard events. Okay. So like that, you check all the key up, key down, key left, key right, then assign the values accordingly to that. So this is the explanation for that movement of the keys. So when the player hold the right arrow key, the ship has to move right side until you release the key. When you press the up key, the ship has to move up. When you press the down key, the ship has to move down. Left side it has to move. So I will show you that one now. So both moving the left, right, these are the reserved keywords that you can use in your program here. Key underscore left, key underscore right, key underscore up, key underscore down, key underscore bottom, like that. Okay. So last one is at what speed the ship should move. So you can set some value in the settings.py file. See, the initial value of the ship moves with a speed of 1.5 milliseconds. So if you want to move the ship, we have to adjust this value 1.5 pixels rather than 1 pixels. So how many pixels? If you press the key, right arrow key, how many pixels every press of the right arrow key? How many pixels your mouse, the ship has to move on the window? That you can set using this speed factor variable. You can define and declare it in the settings.py variable and use that variable in your main program. Now, you can also limit the range of the ship. You would have observed in the video, the ship is moving only up to the right hand last up to here. You can see my mouse pointer here. It is not going beyond. Now, can you see my mouse pointer? If I take the mouse pointer further, mouse pointer is hidden. But the ship is not hiding, it is stopping when it reach the end of your screen, that is at 1200th column. Similarly here, when the ship moves at the 0th column, the ship has to stop there itself. It should not go beyond that. So likewise, we can limit the range. In this update method of the ship, we have to do the settings there. Okay. So what are the files I discussed? Alien invasion, the first file, first program. Next is you have slowly moved the size of the width, length, and the color into this file, settings.py. Also, events, check the events in this file. No, check events is in the game functions. So in the game functions, you are checking the events. Based on that events, you are moving something like that. Then in the last class, that is ship.py, how to display the ship, where it, at which location to display, and what is the speed. So that is all configured in these 4 different classes. So you have to run this method, this program you have to run when you want the game to start. Alien underscore invasion.py. This is the main file. So it is going to start, create the window, set the width, check the events, draw the ship, all these things this file will control. So if you want to run the game, you run this game. How you will run? By typing the command python space alien invasion.py. So whatever code is contained in this file, settings.py, game functions.py, ship.py, all the functions are imported in this class alien, directly or indirectly, using this import command. Settings.py contains the settings class. Inside that, you are initializing how your game should appear. What is the background color? What is the width of your window? And ship speed. Game functions will have checking the events. Whether I press the quit button, whether I press the right arrow key, left arrow key, like that. Then in the ship.py class, loading the image and displaying the position of the ship. So the ship image is in this folder. So what are the other tasks you can do is like creating the game characters. Fleet of aliens means a group of aliens, 30 aliens has to be displayed at the top of the screen. Control the character of the game, like moving right side, moving left side, like that. And when you want to end the game. Identify when parts of the game should run. That means if you press some button, then only the game should start. And when you close the button, when you close the window, the values, whatever is your score, next time you want to make it 0 or you want to continue from that previous number, that settings you can do in this place. Modifying the settings and your scoreboard you can display. It is like the same game how you play on your mobile phones or on your computer. So have you run this all programs? These all programs. How many of you have done this one?
Sir, How can I check if PyGame is installed in my computer or not?
It is showing you the message, no, successfully installed. After you install it, after you run that command, it will show the message that PyGame is successfully installed, like that. When you run this
So
command, this one, finished. Bottom, you will get the message successfully installed PyGame. Then you have to import.
okay, Mister, I have do the code, but I have a problem in the PyGame dot init. So problem. I don't know why.
What is the problem error?
Mister, wait a minute, Mister. It say there is error in line 6, which is begun dot init method.
What is that error? The name of the error? Space error or what? Syntax error?
Indentation error.
Huh?
In, لا. Indentation error.
Indentation error means the improper spaces. So you have to carefully check here whether any gap is there, any special character is there. You should not give more spaces. If you give more spaces, you cannot run that. I mean, you cannot run
How can I check, Mister?
that. You have seen in the Genie, no? In the Genie, when you define, see how you will write the program function. If you define a function, this is the starting line. After 7 spaces, you have to press the tab button. Tab button you have to press. So that will take you to the next line. That is what the syntax. So this is the rule you have to learn in the classes when you define a function. How you will follow. See here this one. Example this one and example this one. Where is our, see this one. What is this one? Maybe if you give like this, it will be an error if you run the program. Indentation error. Indent error. It is not matching the order. So level, you have to see the level. So it should be like this and it should not be like this also. So after for, it should be like this. Then only you will get the output. Where is my, I'll check that files and show you the demo. PyGame. Where is the PyGame? See this one. Suppose we'll copy this one. I don't have the space. I will try to run from here. Okay, so I will go to this one. So here, what is my main file? My main file is this one, alieninvasion.py. So when I see this one, okay, when you see this program, see first I am importing the PyGame. So these all you will learn later. So now what I am importing also is this one in our lecture settings. From the settings class, this one. From the ship class, this one. And from the game functions, this one. So these are the files. Alien invasion, under that, see how I am initting. PyGame.init. And here, creating the instance of that one. Then calling this one. And this is the window. Caption in the window, caption will be displayed. And this is the final output, this one. For you, step by step program is given to you in this lecture. You have to follow the step by steps. But this program is a complete program. So before starting the main program, main loop, you are checking the events and you are starting the game. Now I will run this class Python alien underscore invasion dot the PyGame is not installed or no module find in my computer, it is saying. So I have to start again from the beginning. So PyGame file I have to download. So what is my Python version? 3.8 bit. So in your lecture, so when you go to this one, PyGame PyGame 3.8 bit is this one. So you have to copy this file to the directory where you are running the program. This one I will copy this place. something like this. So take the complete file name and go to this location where is your program. Then hit install this whatever file name. Hit install. So you should have the internet in your computer. Now see the message requirement looks like file name, but the file does not exist. Where so in this alien invasion, so I'll copy that file here. Now clear the screen. Plus now it is installing. You will get the message like this: successfully installed the PyGame. Now you can write the program like this. This is my first program, Alien Invasion. So you have to write the program like this. You should not copy paste. If you copy paste, then the program will not work. You have to write and follow the rules of writing the program. So there will be lot of white spaces, special characters, etc. So for example, I will take here same as in the same program. Here is that Indian version demo prg.py. Okay, so here I call demo prg.py. Plus now the program has run. See, the size of the window is big. That is why I am unable to close. What I will do is I will end the program. Now I will modify the program. 700 by 600 size. Execute. So this is my window. See the alien invasion. So if I close, it is checking for the event. Okay, so here instead of alien invasion, you can create your own game. See, my window is having this caption. So it will listen for this code. If I click this one, the event, this part of the code is invoked. That is a quit if I close this button. Then system.exit function will make you to close that window. So this method will make you to display the screen. So like that you can keep on going on and adding the code. Background color you can add, and call this screen.fill method. before the this thing flip. You understand what you have to do, students? Hello, hello, hello. Are
Yes,
you
mister.
there?
Yes, mister.
Then why the error is coming for you? I have to give the correct syntax, then it will work. Like this bg color, take one variable, that one, like this. Any variable we can take. Mm, See, the color is changed now. Earlier it was gray in color. So you can go to this web and search for RGB colors, RGB color code. So you choose which type of color you want to display for your screen. Okay, like let us say this color. So 169, 100, or okay, like this. 242, 196, 196. The color of the window is changed. So here you have to load the image, shift, and you have to implement the events like moving left, moving right, like that. So when I click the button close, it should come out. So like this, you can slowly understand by executing these all things. Any doubts you have?
Till now, no, Mister.
So you have to practice this one, all the programs, then you should learn the game development and do the project in this game development.
Mister,
Yes,
we develop any game we want other than this one.
I will tell you what game you develop, but it should be the different game, not the same game. Everyone should have the different idea of game. So first you
Okay.
understand this game, run this game. Where is that game? So I will reduce the size of this game. So which file I have to go settings.py. So there I can reduce it to some 800 by 650 screen size. Now when I run, you can see the window. Which class I changed? No, sorry, not this one. Settings.py, okay. So here I have to run. Okay, now see this same like this you have to give design any other game. So this game is this ship will fire the bullets and kill these aliens. When when I click this play button, this is the event. When I click, then only the game begins. And when you hit the alien, the score increases. So click here, press the space bar. See, my score is increasing. So at the movement of the ship is done with the help of arrow keys, right key, left key, like this. And you have three chances. So two chance is finished. Now last chance for me. After the three chances, game over. Game is finished. My score is this. Again, when I start, see the score is starting with 0 here. And it is continuing from the previous score. So this is called Fleet of Aliens. So I will give you, you have this code in the course material. Students, today, are you there or you are not in a mood?
Yes, Mr.
Where is your email IDs?
Mr.
Tell me.
How we can change the size of image?
Size of the image, you can uh, take the any Photoshop or with Paint software and you can reduce the size of the image.
Okay.
Or you define width height to display. That also possible.
What, Mr.?
You can define how much will be the height, how much will be the width for your image.
Oh, Mr. Anzin. Can do that. Because Mr. When I run that game, the image is very large.
Yeah, you have to take the paint, open the image in the, see this is the image. Wait, I will show you. Okay, I have sent you the code for that complete to understand how the PyGame is working. Okay, now to that image, coming to that image. See, there is a folder called images. So under that, we have stored here. See the size. Suppose the alien ship size. Right click, open with paint. See, 60 by 48 pixels. Height is 60 and the width is 40. So you can resize here. If you want to increase it like this. Here, change the, give the number here, like 200 or something. You want to increase, you can increase, but I don't want to increase. Okay, so alien also is there here. This is the alien. So this image you are loading there in your ship class. This is the ship class. So here this is the path. Image.load images. What is the file name and the extension? And it should be in a rectangle position. So when you draw, the ship size will be in the rectangle, but because of the background color and the color of the ship, you cannot see that rectangle. This one is a rectangle like this. Our game window color is also same, this one gray color. That is the reason you don't see this square box, rectangle box. You understand? So you practice that, you can see the code in the email which I have sent you, and you can come up with some idea to design your game. On the net you can find free games, coding also will be there, but you have to download and modify. You can also modify the code. See, in this website you go, there are many projects here. See, like this PyGame, we are talking about now PyGame. So in the PyGame, you have these many games. Source codes are also available. If you click that game, see here is your home page, and here is your uh, exe file that you can download. Source code will also be available if you check there. See here, this is the source code. For Windows, this is the version you can get. So extract the file in the place where PyGame is installed, and you can run this game and understand how the game is functioning or working. Okay. So you can add also the music to your game. When you play the game, you can download some music track file from the internet and upload that. I mean, you can load that file in your uh, what do you call program. Where is this one? Melons. This one will go here. Right click, extract tools. Yeah, this is the exe file. See, this is the Melon game starting. So this game will be similar to like this here. What you see here like this. Give some settings is not, it is not able to find the PyGame file I think. So where you have installed that PyGame program, you can extract that place, then it will work. See what is your high score. Okay, quit. If I want to quit means I will click this. If I want to play, I will start this one. So with the mouse I can move. Understand this one game? So you can refer in the internet also. There are a lot of games available here. PyGame.org projects. Go there. You can install. You can see different games here. Open source games. You understand this one, students? So all of you configure that one. Try to practice one small game. See, I have also designed one small game before. I mean, just for the initial. See, this is the game. It will display the rectangle. Now see, when I display it, I am filling it with red color. Background is this black color. You want, you can change the background also, size of the window also. Okay, so everything I have done like this, and also I am looking for this key events. Next program. So here I have enhanced a little bit. No file cloud start view. So I don't have this picture. That is the reason it is showing me the error. See, if I press the mouse, I mean not mouse, right arrow key, one position, I can move right side. If I press the left arrow key in my keyboard, I can move up. If I press the up arrow key, it is moving upside. If I press the down arrow key, it is moving down. So like this, you can design the game, declare or define your own rules. Like that you can do. This is my code. Like that you can take any topic and write the rules for your game. You understand this one, students, what you have to do? This is the file you have to run. First file, the email which I sent you, the code is there, no? Alien underscore invasion. This is the first file. It is also given to you here. Explanation is given here that this is the main file. So using that file, you can run that game. Okay. Errors, check for the spaces and see the alignment. If you start the function here, then after that, this is 7, 8 spaces. I think tab. You have to press the tab button, not the space bar. So, in which level the code should be written? Suppose inside this function you have a for loop, means you have to follow that structure like this. See here, if condition. If this is the condition, then again after this you have to leave space, not space. It is one level, indent level. So like this you have to do. Extra spaces you have to remove. Any questions you have, any doubts you have? Students?
Mister,
Hmm.
for the project, we must do the game for lab,
Game for
in lab 8. Or we can develop easy game, like
you
what?
can create a game with some innovative idea. It should have some like the score, what you can see, the movement of the keys when you press the keys. It should go left, right, top, down. Some rules you can define. So you see this website, you will get the ideas. This one. When you see this website, there are different projects here for the PyGame. 818 projects are there. You can also check for the score, source code. See snake game, pumpkin game, many are there. Simple games are there. Keep it simple, logic, innovative idea you can do.
Okay, Mister.
But don't get it from your old friends. If you get it from your old friends, I can come to know easily.
No, Mister. Aslan, we don't know.
I know you are. I am like your father. I know what the children will do. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Everything I know. So ninth lecture also is an asynchronous mode of lecture. See here I have uploaded on the Blackboard data visualization lecture as well as this is the lab. So this is the lecture explanation and this is the lab explanation. So data visualization means you will take the data and draw the graph. Let us say like there is a file. In that file I have the customer's data. So who is from the Sur city? I want to know. I want to draw the graph. Graph means like a bar graph, pie graph, histogram, this one. So it will show in the histogram how many students are there from Sur. I can come to know from the graph. So that is called data visualization. So using Python, we can create the graphs and visualize the data to make decisions in our business. Like how many students are there from Sur in our class? Two students or three students. So I can see the graph and I can market them which products I have to sell so that they can come to my shop and buy the products. Like that, as a businessman, I will think. So similarly, for any organizations, it will be helpful to visualize the data and take the decisions in the business. So for that, there is a Python library called matplot library. So that we have to install. So in the video, the steps has been given. Where to download, how to install, how to run the data visualization files, etc. So you please watch that, and if you have any queries, anything you can get back to me.
Mister,
Yes.
actually I tried to open or to download the lab and lecture 9, but it needs the access, so I can't download it.
No need. From where you need access?
It's from Blackboard. I tried more than once, so it need an access.
When you tried,
Yeah, until now I tried also.
it doesn't need the access. Let me check. Okay.
I can show you, Mister, if you want.
Wait, I will check now. Oh, where is that? How you open? From the blackboard or outside the blackboard?
From the Blackboard.
Not required. For other students, did you try like that? Tell me your IDs are here. Tell me your ID. 2016. Hmm.
49.
Wait. I will just take your email IDs and put it there.
Okay.
Okay, another one, lecture 9, this one. Another is the lab. Now try.
Mr. The lecture 9 is downloaded now, but the lab 9 is still need an access.
I gave you no now.
In email or in Blackboard.
No, in the Google Drive I gave. Actually, in the Blackboard also you can. Don't need to
Okay,
download, no. Just play in the Blackboard itself.
okay, just a moment, I will see.
I added now. It will open now.
Yes, Mr. It's open. Thank you.
Mm, okay. So practice that one. If you have any queries, you get back to me anytime.